You know, we say this all the time, but we never stop getting new contenders. It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, this might be the worst Wheel of Fortune guess ever.
On Monday's show, one of the puzzle's answers was, give yourself a round of applause. And there was enough letters shown to make it pretty obvious.
Yeah, when you look at the board, yourself was missing the Y and the L. Round was missing the D. Applause was A, blank, 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 A-U-S-E. And then give was blank, 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 E. Plenty of words, right? Or plenty of letters, rather, to guess this clue. But there's a contestant. His name is William Jordan, and he guessed this.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
What?
That's not it. Over to Katina.
To solve.
Okay.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, because it's obvious. I mean, it was almost all right there. I don't understand how he came up with treat yourself around a sausage.
I love sausage, so I get it.
There's not enough letters in the first word. It doesn't end in a T. There's no G in applause showing, so why would he think? I just don't get it.
He said, quote, I tell you, when the lights are on and you know the stars, Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White, I just went blank. But if your dad in retirement is watching the show, maybe cracks a beer and gets a laugh, it was worth it.
So he's talking about Pat Sajak because he was talking to Maggie Sajak at that point. So I get why he would say, okay, look, here's what happened. It's all that kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I make mistakes every minute of the day. My mistakes are just here on local radio. Thank the good Lord they're not on national TV.
Percent of American workers are feeling exhausted, drained, and burnt out. This phenomena is also known as adulting.
It's the number one side effect of growing up. Symptoms of adulting include endless meetings, unpaid bills, and the sudden realization that naps are no longer part of your daily schedule.
Side effects of adulting include stress, random staring inside the fridge, and saying, I'm so tired 6 times a day. Consult your childhood before attempting adulting.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
New York City will no longer allow garbage on sidewalks. Fortunately, this won't affect the Jets since they play in a stadium. Yale is adding a course on Beyonce. This will help the university reach its goal of making their diplomas absolutely worthless. Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones says he has no plans to fire coach Mike McCarthy, which makes Jones's approach to aging his second worst idea.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
The holidays are just around the corner, which is really exciting for the people who love social gatherings. Good morning, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, you know what I get? What I totally get?
Let me guess, Prospector. Is it that people are staying home more?
Of course it is. I'm so happy about this.
According to a new survey, Americans may be getting tired of holiday gatherings. The average person is planning to attend 3 big social events this year, which is down from 5 last year.
Thank God. You know what? We finally wised up. It took a pandemic. It took people throwing drinks at each other in political fights. But here we are, people finally realizing that sitting at home is where it's at.
Most people are still planning on Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners, but fewer people are doing get-togethers for Friendsgiving and New Year's Eve.
Let me tell you something. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I get that. You got family, you got traditions, all right? You go, you eat, you put up with your Uncle Jerry's weird rants, and then you take off. But these other ones, Friendsgiving? What are we doing here? Why are we doing Friendsgiving? I don't need a whole extra dinner with my friends. It's like a low-key Thanksgiving with no family drama. Yeah, right. There's always drama. Oh, how come Karen's not here? Why are the raisins in the stuffing? The next thing you know, your buddy's crying over the mashed potatoes because his girlfriend left him for his cousin or some soap opera crap. Who wants that?
Well, what about New Year's Eve? Are you a New Year's guy?
What do you think? Of course not. People are finally waking up to this one, too. You go out to some crammed bar, you pay $50 to get in at a cheap place, and you're surrounded by people you don't know going, woo! For no reason. Oh, they're yelling, new me, new year, new me. No, new year, same crappy you, and guess what? No one cares about you.
Well, you're not alone, Prospector.
Yes.
Many people are fine with this. Only 36% of people say they wish they were attending more gatherings this year compared to 62% last year.
See, and that's the kicker, Kate. The satisfaction people feel with fewer gatherings. You know what that means? That means people are relieved not to see each other. That's finally being honest. Like, you know what? I actually don't need to see Aunt Carol 3 times in December, okay? Twice is more than enough. And you know what? They're right. It's like society finally woke up from this ridiculous spell, and people are like, you know what? Maybe instead of stressing out over parties and pretending to enjoy my weird coworkers, I can just not go and watch Die Hard for the 35th time. It's coming up and all that stuff, so I think it's time for us to kind of dig deeper into our psyches.
I know. We should probably start with the ladies.
Let's spend some time inside each other's heads on Rock 107.
Now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
All right, Halloween was, last week? 2 weeks ago? Hey, it's in the past, so technically I could start putting up the Christmas stuff. But then I'd be that person, the November Christmas person. The neighbors will judge me for that. But oh, come on, people judge everyone for everything these days. And all the good stuff at the store goes so fast, so by waiting, I'm actually putting myself at risk here. Sure, I could wait until after Thanksgiving, but that's what everyone does. Respect the turkey, they say. What does that even mean? It's a bird with a death sentence. It's all for the vibes. And vibes are practically a mental health strategy at this point, right? All right, so maybe I'll just put up a few things, like a sneak preview. Not technically decorating, just pre-decorating. Yes, that's a thing. Just one garland. Okay, 2. Who am I kidding? The tree's going up tonight.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
If you hear that and you're thinking, well, there it is. There's Rock 107's Prospector being a male chauvinist pig. Hold on. That's not the case, is it, Kate?
No.
In fact, we'll prove it, okay?
Okay, can we make fun of the men?
We will right after this. On Rock 107. And Kate, just before the commercials, we did something that's just so wonderful.
Spent about a minute inside a woman's head.
Now it is time to flip that coin and check out the other side.
But just for a few seconds.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
So Janet's putting her Christmas decorations up already. It's too early, Janet. What about Thanksgiving? But hey, you know, I do like the look of those drumsticks. Yeah, Mama, give Daddy a taste.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
People in Hawaii organized a rescue effort after a baby goat got stranded on a cliff for 4 days. Someone at an animal sanctuary is going to take them in.
I'm very excited. I've actually been wanting a goat for a while now, but I've been waiting for the right one to come along that needed rescuing. Bala is just perfect.
That's right. They named him Bala Buddy, and he's already got his own Instagram if you want to check him out.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Yeah, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, we are giving away something pretty cool.
Yes, we are. Andrew Dice Clay is coming to the FM Kirby Center, this Saturday.
Now, I can't wait for the show. Tickets go on sale. They're actually on sale. You can get them at kirbycenter.org. Ticketmaster, Kirby Center box office, charged by phone 826-1100. But you can win them for free. Earlier, we rolled a pair of dice. I'm going to re-roll the dice. We know the number we got.
Yeah, I have the number written down.
But here's how the game's played. You can guess. You ready, Kate?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what did I get?
They roll across the table. 3.
There you go.
Ah, 2 in a row.
Just how easy that is, okay? So now, the dice we rolled prior, you got to guess that number to win the tickets to see Andrew Dice Clay. Get it? Roll the dice, Dice Man.
You think you're so clever.
Let's go to the phones. Rock 107, hello, you know it?
7.
It is not 7, sorry. Rock 107, what number did we roll on the dice?
10.
Absolutely, yeah! We finally got a winner here. What's your name?
My name is Rob.
You're going to see Andrew Dice Clay at the FM Kirby Center. Congrats, you're a winner from Rock 107.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Now, that show is Saturday night. Mm-hmm. We have another pair of tickets tomorrow. We got another pair Friday.
I'm going to bring my dice in tomorrow.
That's fine. As long as they're 6-sided, because I don't want no 35-sided die that I have to figure out the numbers from. The following Saturday, the 23rd, Lou Graham, the voice of Foreigner, comes.
Oh, that's right. You're going to that.
I'm very excited about that. We're getting in the mood. It's Foreigner, Rock 107.
ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
This seems like the kind of thing that would happen at a dysfunctional Thanksgiving in Florida. A 20-year-old man in Miami named Alexander Rodriguez was arrested last week after he stabbed his brother in the neck. They lived together and were cooking in the kitchen that night when there was some kind of argument. Now, it's unclear what they were making, but Alexander had a knife. He allegedly stabbed his brother in the neck and sliced his arm and face. When cops showed up, they rushed the brother to the hospital, and it sounds like he'll be okay. They found Alexander hiding in a tree. When they asked him what happened, he said he was upset because his brother was talking over the food.
Nominee number 2.
This is probably not this year's hot crime. Justin Taylor, 38, the fire chief of West Wego, Louisiana, was arrested last week for allegedly stealing Pokemon cards from a Target. According to police, Taylor allegedly created his own labels, then put them on the cards to make them cheaper. He's accused of stealing over $300 worth of Pokemon cards. His bond was set at $9,000, but due to overcrowding at the jail, he was released. He was arrested on 4 counts of theft, computer fraud, and universal product code fraud.
And the winner is
the man who stabbed his brother for talking over the food while they were cooking. Not even sure what that means, but you're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.